There's no such thing as accidents. Everything happens for a reason. And I remember hearing Jordan Peterson saying that either you are in a story that you are writing, or you are in someone else's story and you might have a bit part.
My name is Django. I grew up in a small town, but always felt the universe pushing me to do something monumental. In 2010, I was working at the drive-thru of McDonald's for $7.25 an hour. Fast forward to today, and I'm the co-founder of a multi-million-dollar technology agency. This is the Django Show, where I interview founders of successful companies and expose the how-tos of becoming a successful entrepreneur.
What up, what up? It's your boy Django, host of the Django Show. Super excited to be here for another in-between episode 2.1. In our last episode, we had Levi on, and he talked to us about the difference between desire and intentionality. And what I found really special about that episode, and really hearing him talk about that and how, he put together an event and working with Jay and the better way. And he kind of talked about how, well, we knew we were going to put this thing together. The question was just, how do we break this up into pieces? And then as things changed and maybe more people could come and certain things were happening, it was just taking it in stride. And in case you don't know about me, I co-founded 860 with my brother Grant, and we've been just building apps for the last couple of years, specifically for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And I remembered a decade ago, I was Googling in my parents' basement, how do you build an app? How do you get an app on the App Store? I spent every waking moment that I was not working trying to figure out how to build an app. And at the end of the day, I had literally no idea how I would ever get to the point of getting an app on the App Store, but I just knew it was what I wanted to do. And so the question becomes for your own life, what are you truly intentional for? Sometimes I do a great job of being intentional. It's a never-ending process that's day by day. And the big wins aren't normally all at once. It's normally this was a win today and this equated to another win. And then we got an app on the App Store after a couple of years. And then we did this. And then now I have the process and now I've built a team. Right now I am there is nothing I'm more intentional on than building this venture studio. I had this idea for Venture X1 a year ago. I wanted to build a venture studio. I didn't really understand the process, but I am intentional that we are going to raise $1 million before October. I know exactly how we're going to build it. I've set up conversations with different people on what's the structure of a venture studio. There's no way around it. And so what are you being intentional about in your own life? What is it that you're saying, this is what I'm going to do? Because the thing that's super interesting about life is I found that sometimes I can talk a really good talk. Oh, I love reading. Oh, I really want to do this with my life. Oh, I really want to have a Lambo one day. Oh, I really want to have a Tesla. Oh, I really want to do this. Sometimes we just desire to have certain things in our lives. Sometimes we want it, but are we intentional about it? Did you break it down into steps? I literally right now have a whiteboard and my brother, Michael Myers, showed me how to do this. These are the steps on how I'm going to raise money. These are the steps on how I'm going to make money on podcasts. There's no accidents in the universe. There's no such thing as accidents. Everything happens for a reason. And I remember hearing Jordan Peterson saying that either you are in a story that you are writing yourself, you're writing that story, or you are in someone else's story and you might have a bit part. You might actually not like the ending that's coming. So the question that we have to ask ourselves today is, are we writing the story of our lives in the way that we want? Are we being intentional on the things that we want to do? Are we working to create a universe that is surrounding us with all that we want to be and become? And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I really want for the show to be an expansion of, for us to have entrepreneurs and people who've created businesses who can give you the vision and the idea of here are some of the ways that you can be intentional and focus on creating these things for yourself, whether it's starting a restaurant, building an app, hosting an event, doing all kinds of different things. I just want to see you create greatness in your life. There's a difference between having desire and having intention. And I want you and everyone who listens to this show to be intentional in what they want out of life, because this is the only life we get to live. So why not go out and make sure that we get everything that we've ever wanted. I don't know. But it's another episode of the Django Show. I'm super excited to have you guys. We're going to have Mahogany getting posted tomorrow, episode 3. But for today, this is episode 2.1. Thank you so much for being a part. I love you dearly.